Artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and data science are the talk of the town today. But what exactly are these fields? And are they all different words meaning the same thing? Or are they actually different? Well, in this video, I hope to answer these questions.
So artificial intelligence is a huge branch of computer science that enables machine to perform tasks that usually would have otherwise required human intelligence and intervention. For example, a self-driving car is an AI application, as against traditional cars, which require a human to operate them. Siri, Alexa, and Cortana are also examples of AI applications, as they hold conversations with us in our natural human language. And as you know, before the dawn of devices such as these, traditional machines would never be able to have a conversation with us. So AI is the broad superset under which all of these examples fall. There are various branches within this broad field of AI, and the largest and most powerful branch of AI is called machine learning. Let's take a look at an example to better understand what ML is all about. So let's say that you want to predict the price of all the new houses on a street. But there's just one problem. There are so many features of a house that could potentially determine its price, such as the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, the size, the location, the age, etc. So how would you be able to consider all these factors and manually churn out a probable price for multitudes of houses quickly? Well, this is where machine learning comes in. With ML, you don't need to worry about handling all this data manually, because the machine, with the help of an algorithm, can process the plethora of information and variances and output an accurate prediction within moments.
ML does this by using statistics to find patterns in large amounts of data. Machine learning allows computers to perform tasks without being explicitly programmed. It allows them to learn from experience and improve over time. There are three main types of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning.
Supervised learning requires a human to input labeled data into the machine and outputs a prediction for a new sample. Unsupervised learning takes in unlabeled data as input, finds patterns in the data, and outputs clusters of similar samples for the human to analyze further. Reinforcement learning takes in a small amount of labeled data and a large amount of unlabeled data, and utilizes a reward or trial and error system to learn over time.
Now, we know that machine learning allows computers to learn from experience and improve upon themselves without human intervention. This is great, but this can be improved even further. Let's take a look.
So researchers wondered if they could replicate human brain dynamics in machines to allow them to learn and think just as a human would. We know that a human brain consists of multitudes of neurons that allow us to operate the way we do. A simplified version of the biological neuron consists of dendrites, a nucleus, and an axon. So scientists try to replicate this model for a machine to utilize, in which the dendrites would act as inputs, the nucleus would act as the algorithm, and the axon would act as the output. Similar to how there's a collection of connected neurons in a human brain, scientists created a multi-layered neural network that machines could use to learn from experience and predict. And there are several types of neural networks, such as artificial neural network and convolutional neural network, that machines use, but we'll cover all of these in a later video.
This improved learning system, in which the machine mimics the biological neural network, is the exciting branch of machine learning called deep learning. You might be wondering why I haven't listed supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning as specific branches under machine learning. This is because these three are types of machine learning algorithms, not branches. They are a means by which you accomplish machine learning. On the other hand, deep learning is a subset of machine learning and has its own differences and specialities. Actually, deep learning is machine learning on steroids. You might be thinking, well, if deep learning is so powerful, why even use supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning? Why not just use deep learning for all tasks? Well, for starters, deep learning doesn't work too well with small data sets. Deep learning requires massive data sets in order to perform well, which is not always obtainable. For smaller data sets, classic ML algorithms, such as supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning, outperform deep learning. Secondly, deep learning is very hard and expensive, which is why traditional ML algorithms are preferred for some tasks. Additionally, deep networks aren't easily interpreted. It's almost impossible to see how the algorithm works in a hidden layer, making it very powerful but uninterpretable. That said, deep learning is the future, and this cutting-edge technology will be a game changer. There's still one question left. What exactly is data science, and where does it come into play?
So data science is a broad field that utilizes all of these fields and additional mathematical tools, such as statistics, probability, and linear algebra, to discover insights and patterns from data. The main goal is to perform exploratory analysis to better understand the data. Data science plays a huge role when building machine learning models. If we take the housing price example from before, you'd have to perform some data analysis before building your model.
For example, if you plot your data and see which features correlate with each other, you might find that some of the features are irrelevant, and you'd be better off dropping these features and focusing your efforts on ones that really impact housing prices. This, in a nutshell, is the difference between AI, ML, DL, and DS. I hope you learned something from this video, and if so, be sure to give it a like and comment down below which field sounds most exciting to you. And if you're new here, then make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any videos that'll help you on your journey towards mastering artificial intelligence. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.